Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of El Supercast. With me today is co-host of the CosplayBusters. How are you doing, Soulman X?
I am good. How are you, Guinea 2007?
I am doing abundantly well. So, CosplayBusters is a show that you and I have produced.
Correct.
And we got a lot of plans for it. How do you see CosplayBusters being in the future?
Well, it would be great if we could build a little following, maybe get a little fan base. I mean, we've only publicly aired the first episode, which is Dark Magician Girl. So it's one of those things that it's gonna take some time to build a following, probably, but as we go on, there'll be more characters from different animes, video games, sci-fi, comics, whatever, that, of course, there will be cosplays for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think once we have more episodes with some variety of characters, I think that's when it'll take off.
So I want to whet the taste buds of the fanboys out there. I would like for you to give a top 5 cosplay that will appear on the show.
Yes, we encourage anyone to, not just for a top 5, but even just like drop us a line and let us know who you would want to see in a future episode. Because
So, would you like me to start off with number 1?
Sure, why not?
First and 5 being, the most epic.
Okay.
Alright, so for our first pick, I think that we should go with Yoko from Gurren Lagann.
Oh, of course we're gonna do Yoko.
She definitely supports the sexy, and she's a strong character, and the animation, from what I saw, is quite good.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no denying it. I mean, Yoko is one of the more popular sexy characters that's cosplayed frequently.
Mm-hmm.
And there will definitely be an episode. I think it's just too early right now to do it because we're still doing trial and error with the whole how the format of the show and of course post-production, editing and uploading, all that fun stuff.
Yep. Okay, well, you have number 2.
Okay, number 2. And I can say personally or what I think.
Yeah, personally. Go for it.
What people would want to see. Well,
This is basically your pick.
I think I would definitely like to see for episode. Well, I know I'm thinking about doing this for episode 3 when we record it. Is possibly Kitana from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, she definitely supports the sexy.
I mean, yeah, and I mentioned this in our first live action special that I'm working on as we speak, and all that we're probably going to be doing Kitana for episode 3 because I mean, come on, it's a sexy 10,000-year-old princess with the body of a woman in her 20s.
Oh yeah,
can't go wrong there.
All right, for number 3. I think that we should show some love to the females of Gantz.
Definitely.
Now, for me, Gantz was a manga that a friend of mine showed me, and I got hooked on it right away. It's definitely not one of those mangas for the kiddies, so you definitely have to be 18 plus to enjoy the shenanigans of Gantz. But the story I found is very captivating, and there have been a lot of interesting female characters in this manga.
Oh yeah, and we're not just talking about Kei Kishimoto, one of the main female characters from the earlier part of the manga and anime. No, we're talking about all kinds of female characters.
Oh yeah. So, number 4. This is your big one.
Oh, this is my big one. Okay.
Yep.
Man, I hate it because when I'm put on the spot, I can't remember. But yet, if it was any other given time, I could easily name off. Like,
Well, you did make a list, so now is your time to check.
making a list, checking it twice.
Yeah.
Find out who's naughty or, well, naughty. Let me see. Checklists. I'm gonna just check it real quick.
Alright.
CosplayBusters checklist. Alright, what did I put?
Pick a good one from that one.
I will pick a good one. Like, tell a story or something while I'm looking.
Alright, so basically I'll tell the story about how I met Dana Snyder at New York Comic Con. So this was many, many years ago. This was around the time that Saul and the Mole Men was out. So I was at New York Comic Con with a group of friends of mine, and we were selling our book at the time. And all of a sudden, I hear this voice that sounds a lot like Master Shake. And at that time, I had no idea who the voice actor for Master Shake was. So I'm like, wow, this guy really sounds like Master Shake. That's pretty awesome. It wasn't until later on that I found out that that was the guy who was Master Shake. It turns out that he was at New York Comic Con and was impressed with the art capacity of our artist who was there at the time. It was definitely a fun convention. I enjoyed a lot of it, and there is no one crazier than the Iron Sheik to build up all kinds of crazy shenanigans for your convention, because he is downright crazy. So, do you have a number 4?
Yes. Rather than go with a lot of the mainstream anime characters, the lovely ladies, I'm gonna pick one that's still kind of mainstream, but not so much.
Okay.
I don't know, I guess it depends on your definition of mainstream, but I'm gonna go with Saya Takagi from High School of the Dead. And that's not, and if you're not familiar with High School of the Dead, we're not talking about, one of the main female protagonists of that. Her name's Rei. And we're not talking about the crazy, purple-haired girl, Saeko, who likes swords and BJs, apparently. No. Not even the nurse with the big-ass titties. I am talking about Saya Takagi, the pink-haired girl with the glasses who's got the total tsundere attitude going on. I mean, come on. She may not be, like, one of the stronger characters, like, in terms of, like, using a weapon, but she eventually learns how to use basic firearms, and she's pretty good at giving orders, so definitely gotta go with Takagi.
Alright, so here is where I'm put on the spot. Because this is my last pick. So I have to think about this really well. What I think my number 5 will be is, it's time to show some love. It's time to show some love to what I would have to say, one of the sexiest hollows I've ever seen. And I'm talking about Nell from Bleach.
That was actually going to be one of my possible picks for 4.
Because
she's not hollow, she's
not only does she represent the breasts, but she also has a nice rear. And from what I've seen, the cosplayers definitely love to represent in both ways.
Oh, yes. Big time.
Alright, so we're almost out of time, and I always ask all my guests this. A website you would like to give props to before we get going?
I
Take
did
your time.
last time. How about, what was one of the sites you were showing me earlier? I can't remember the name of it. No, wait, it's not necessarily a site, but a YouTube channel. Because you showed me these guys, and
okay. So for today's website of the day, we're gonna give props to the Game Chasers,
Yes, the Game Chasers. Oh yeah.
who we may be seeing at MagFest next year.
If I have the money to go.
Alright, this has been another edition of El Supercast. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Later.